All right, we're in the red room. This is the exercise room. Okay, so I was on with some of them this morning, and I'll call this vacation modifications. So when you're on vacation, you got to use an area that you have. I have a great room here. It has a lot of equipment that I have to move around. You can use it or not. But I'm going over a move, a typical move that we will start always. A lot of times I use this move. It's called the walkers or the runners stretch. So I'm going to recap what I just went over with some of them that went too far the other day. Okay, and this is it. So number one, before we get into that, just kind of bring your leg up and bring your leg up and bring your leg up and move back. Okay, so I'm going to try to stay back here because you can see me the most. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to drop my shoulders. I'm going to step. I'm going to pull across and turn. See that? And put my foot down. Okay, and then I'm going to step and I'm going to lift the leg, turn, and put my foot down. So I only have to do a few feet forward and a few feet back. Big move, first big move. You don't have to come all the way up, but I do want you to cross what? Midline. So whenever I'm crossing midline, number one, my shoulders are down, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. When you get ready to lift the leg, and this is our warm up, okay? You soften your knee. Some of you lock your knee and you're already done, okay? See how I crossed? Then I bring it down, okay? Then I step. I'm gonna cross. Bring it down. See, I'm not going very high. You don't have to go very high. Whenever that you step and you give yourself a moment, you are waking up all of the structures around, especially your ankle, your foot, your knee, your hip, your back. Whoa! And then when I put the little cross, and if some of you struggle with balance, just have something, a counter, a chair that you can just put your hand on. You don't necessarily hold on to it. You just place it, because what am I trying to get you to do? I'm trying to get you to soften your knee of your supporting leg. As you bring your leg up, drop your shoulders, cross. See that? I didn't go up high, and then I bring it down, and I do the same thing. Here I go. Soften, bring the knee up a little, cross. See? Put it down. And if you're wonky, you're really wonky on your ankle, because it's going to move all over the place. That's why I like this move to warm up. See, I can do this all day long, and not really get into the nuances of those joints. See, I can walk, oh yeah, warming up, sling your hands all around. However, we're going to do some more work today. I have to get into the back. I have to get into the hips. I have to get into the ankle in a real way. So, get your stance, step, soften, pull it a little, turn it. Put your hand on anything to steady you so that you get some repeated rotational, gentle moving. See how I just went over there? I have my hand here. See this? That's acceptable. If you have a double hip replaced and you step and you bring this up and you're all here and you're turning, there's a train coming and it's like 100 feet from my door. This is what I raised. Almost raised. Woo! Okay, it goes to town. Anyway, when I was a kid, I used to put coins, pennies on the tracks, and then it would smash them. That was a great game for us. Yes, I played on the railroad tracks. Elisa, my cousin, is probably laughing. Okay, coming back down. All right, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? taking a bit to go through this because I'm trying to get you to understand. I had a hip replaced, okay? I have a knee replaced. I understand some of these way it feels. So I'm telling you, if you need to place your hand gently on a stationary object in order to do this rotational move, make sure your knees are not locking. Don't lock your knees, okay? Number one, don't slump down. Number two, say rib cage up. Hang out here for a little bit, okay? I'm gonna do a couple more times and then I'm gonna go to what I started with in a tutorial for a very commonly shown stretch for walkers and runners, okay? See how I did that? And I have my hand here if I need it there. This is an acceptable modification. You know what not is acceptable modification? Leaning into this, grabbing it, gripping it. That's not acceptable. You want to be on your own stance power with just a little help here. See that? I'm just barely right here. My knee is soft. Okay, take a breath. In through the nose, out through the nose, drop your shoulders, tighten, soften the knee. I'm going to bring it up. Okay? And if you don't take your time, and if you don't keep the lift of the knee down a little, you don't have to bring it all the way up here. Could I? Yes, I could. However, when you do that and you put a lot of pressure and you're in the wrong position, or let's say you're wonky, let's say you're moving all over the place with your ankle. If you get off a little bit, man, you're gonna feel that big old titanium rod right there. You're gonna feel it in not a good way. So that's why it's so important to line yourself up and to do these modifications that will help you, not hurt you, okay? Okay, now let's go. So when we've done that, then I'm just gonna pull my heel to my hip. See that? I'm just gonna go heel to hip, heel to hip. I don't do it fast. Every time I say rib cage up, because what am I trying to do right here? I'm trying to wake up your hamstrings. Here's another modification. If you are somebody that's struggling with a hamstring injury, let's say a tore, and I know Kathy is really got hamstring issues. This move right here, move it forward, this move where you just bring your toe back and you lift the heel to your hip. See that? I'm not throwing it. I'm not doing it fast. Drop your shoulders. But what I am doing, see this? See, I didn't start from here. I start from here, right here. Okay? Why? Because I don't want you rocking over here and throwing it hard. I want you to pull through a muscle squeeze. See that? That is a very different move than this. And somebody, I see it done all the time. All the time I see it done. Drop your shoulders. Put your hand on some counter, a chair, even a pole. Put your foot back. Pull the heel to the hip. And somebody that has injuries in their hamstrings, you make sure that you're putting your hand on some object so that you don't overdo, because it's a pull. You're gonna feel that. You're innervating. You don't get that at all if you just do this. And I see it done all the time. And that's not gonna hit your hamstrings, okay? Tap, touch, drop, pull. Just like that. Now you get your hamstring, okay? You have to excuse the interruption. This is my brother. See, he tried to have a little brother with me. It didn't work. So I got yelled at constantly because I wasn't riding my bike hard enough. Okay. Now you understand my problem. Okay. He is 17 months older than I. Okay, Now we're gonna do the runner stretch. So I showed you two very important, and I took time because when you're on vacation, you guys, you're sitting a lot. You're on a plane, you're in the car, you're sitting around playing games with your, with people. You need to do some of these warm-ups that I'm showing you to help you, not only with your back, your tummy, but your legs and your joints, okay? So now let's go back to the one that Marilyn kind of overdid on. So this is my chair, okay? So you get your kitchen chair, you step forward, right? You step way back and you hit a runner's or a walker's stance. So if you're really walking, see, that's all this is. It's taking that stance, right? And you're coming down so that you stretch all the pertinent areas, okay? So tight tummy, rib cage up, shoulders down, chin tucked. I'm really wide here. My knee is right at the front of the chair. See, you can hang on to a wall or a chair. That would be good. Then you pivot and bend like you're gonna put your knee down. And you don't have to go all the way down. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go back. Take a big breath, nose, out through the nose. I'm gonna go down and come back. See the pivoting going on? See the knee bending going on? Say rib cage up, press, come back. And if you don't want to go that wide, don't go that wide. It will push you. It will push you, especially if you choose to go down. Then put your hand on the chair or a wall. Help yourself down. But some of you should not do this. You shouldn't go that far, okay? Then you're gonna come up. I'm gonna push, and come up, okay? I'm gonna switch. Okay, drop your shoulders. Runner stretch. See the runner position or the walker position. Pivot your foot in the back. Come down with the knee as far as you feel you can with control. Keep pushing right here because that's what I would be doing if I were with you right now. I would be standing right at you and I would be pushing you right here. Stay upright because as you bend this down, the tendency is to want to lean. I don't want you leaning because I want all this really working. See? And you don't have to go all the way down to get great benefits. See here? Pivoting, coming back. And you might want to do it, I don't know, 10 times. 2 sets of 10. If you did this move, 2 sets of 10, and you really were in good holding position and working, staying upright, it would help strengthen you so much you can't even believe it. Hang on to something if you think you're going to lose your balance. Just push your hand on a pole, a wall, a chair, but don't lean in, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and go on down. You shouldn't if you have these issues. See, I'm scooting out. I'm going to come all the way down, and I'm all the way to the floor now. Now, you feel stuck. How am I going to get up? Well, number one, most of you shouldn't have come down. You should have just gone halfway. You put your hand here, you put your hand on the floor, you press your knee off the floor, and then you're ready to come on up. See that? I know. I wanted to really go over that because the 2 warm-up moves I did, this one, soft, turning, down, soft, bring it up, turning. This is my hard one because this is my hip replace. And many of you need to have your hand on something. That one, along with the heel to hip. And when you do the heel to hip, what position do I want your knee in? See, that's, if I were with you, that's exactly where I'd be watching. Because too many people do this, okay? I don't want you to do that. I want you to do this. Pull. Tap, pull. Don't lean out. Tap, pull. Tap, pull. See that? Then you go into the runner stretch. You do halfway. Do several of them. If you're not going to go all the way down, if you do go all the way down, maybe 3. It's going to be a big effort. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab. I'm going to use my band. I'm going to use 1 15-pound weight, and I have a weighted ball here. Okay. I went scavenging through my mom's house, and here's a 5-pound ball, weighted ball. So if you have a weighted ball, good. If you don't, just get you a can or a sack of beans. A sack of beans is good because you can get 4 or 5 pounds beans easy in the grocery store. Okay, I would put it in an extra baggie or something, just in case you miss. Because if you miss, you're gonna bust it. Okay, so now I'm gonna just do leg swinging as I toss. Okay, my 5 pounds. See this? So if you're out there and you're like worried because you have wonky hips, and you're really worried about different movement patterning, this one's for you. Are you ready? See how I'm just gonna tap forward, tap back. See this? So my weight primarily is gonna be on the supporting leg. That knee is soft because I'm just tapping my toe, tapping my heel, tapping my toe, tapping my heel. See that? And then I'm going to toss as I tap back and forth. So this would be one of the movements that I would really want to see somebody who has injuries in their legs, in their feet, in their hips especially, and even in recovering and when you get clearance for back issues, and to strengthen your shoulders. Oh my goodness. You take a 5-pound weight, or a 2 or a 3 or a 4, okay, and you do this repetitively. It's kind of neat to throw it, you know, you don't get so tired. Your hands are opening and closing. See this? So I'm trying to do some full body things to counteract the wiles of travel, okay? So I'm tossing this little 5-pound ball. I'm bending and straightening, but I'm keeping my knee soft the whole swing time. I call this a swing time with my legs swinging. I got off a little balance there, that's okay. Take a breath. So the last thing I want to tell you is when you're doing this kind of a motion, keep your toes from curling. Yeah. See how I'm bringing the ball down every time? And whenever I do this, I want to keep my shoulders down, both of them. Okay? Now I'm fixing to change because Kathy is probably saying, I'm not doing more than 20. And she probably counted more than that right now. So let's see here. One more. Okay. I'm right here. See that? Now this is going to be my solid leg. I'm going to tap, tap. See how I tap the back foot? See how I tap that? Then I come forward. So you can either step into a whole foot, or you tap your toe, you tap your heel. Okay? So that's a good positional thing. As you do what? You toss and you catch. And here's the deal. Heel, toe. See this? So I'm actually doing a whole series right now of Single leg, modified, squatting. Yes! So this kind of a move, done repetitively, there's enough motion going on, and it's kind of fun to toss a ball that you don't get so tired of it. And you can do about 2 sets of 10, okay? And you get the benefit of it because it's more gentle, okay? And I'm using a lot of joint action. And I'm helping my shoulders. I'm helping my hands. I'm helping my hips. I'm helping my back. Helping my core. My foot for sure. Yeah, so you're hanging in here. You don't move this leg, you just bend and straighten, see? Bend and straighten, see? Take a breath. Okay, I know. I don't think we've done more than 15. Let's do 5 more. That drives Kathy crazy. Here we go. Shoulders down. So toe, so heel, so toe. Keep your shoulders down, heel, toe, heel, breath, toe, heel, breath, toe, heel. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm right here, right? So I'm just gonna step to the side, bring my foot in here like I'm skating. I'm gonna step to the side, toss over here, see that? So I'm gonna bring my knee in, step back. So clear your pathway wherever you're at. You're gonna be wide, and you're for sure gonna be hip hinged. See that? The minute I go into hip hinge, the minute that I go into hip hinge with my rib cage up, I'm starting into a back extension work, okay? So we've done a lot of forwards and backs thus far. Now I'm going to bring this knee in as if I'm skating, then I'm gonna bring it back. Then I'm gonna toss, see that? So I'm gonna lean in, get ready. You're gonna bring this in, drag the toe if you need to. Do not lock your knee as you're coming in here. Then you come back out and you step into that sideways step. Do not lock your knee and do not turn your toe out, okay? So here I am, I'm gonna come here, drag. I'm gonna come back. And when I put my foot down, I want my toes forward, right? So I'm gonna go toss. So keep your shoulders down, tight tummy, sideways drag, bring it up, tap down, bring that ball over here. Here we go, ready? Pull that in and step side, boom, like that, tight tummy. Here we go, step side. Here we go, tight tummy, drop your shoulders. Breathe in through the nose. Here we go. Right here. Don't lock that knee. And come back. Only a couple more. Here we go. Keep your shoulders down. You should be feeling it by now. So if you've got at least even a 3-pound, but for sure a 5-pound ball, and you're doing this side to side motion, wow! Breath. And then if you're taking it easy, just do a 1 pound or don't do any. Just hold your hands here. See, holding your hands here as you're doing this side to side skaters move. See this? That's a lot. Okay, tight tummy. Breathe into the nose, out through the nose. Breath. Okay, one more. I meant one more on both sides, just so you understand that. Okay, here's your ball. Bring it right down here, right between your legs, right here. See that? So as I go down, if I were with you right now, when I go down, I'd be standing here and my hand would be right here. And as you take this ball down, And if you round your back, well, then I take you out back and I give you 30 lashes. Do not round your back when you're going into a bend position. Okie dokie? So we're gonna take this up, we're chopping wood. We're just gonna do a throwdown right in the middle of our legs. See that? I stay in my hip hinge. I bring this up. This is a 5-pound weight, a ball. I bring this up and I bring it right behind my head. But what I don't do is I do not flare my elbows here. My elbows are forward. See that? Down, throw down. Keep your chin tucked. Don't be doing this with your head. Keep your chin tucked. You're gonna down, bring it up, all the way back behind the head. Keep your elbows in. Throw down. Going to the heels. Up. Take a breath. Throw down. Breath. Woo. Down. Throw down. Breath. Boom. Back. Push your butt back. We're going to the heels. Okay, we only have a couple more. You know what a couple is, right? It can be anywhere between 2 and 20. Stay with me. Okay, your toes are forward. You're pushing into the heels as you throw this down. Your elbows are squeezing your head. Squeeze your butt right down. Okay, release, go. Okay, all right, 3 more. Push, here we go. Woo, push, here we go, 1 more. Elbows in. Okay, push. Okay, stay down there. Stay down there, stay down there. You're on your heels, right? Now shift to the toes, lift your heels, and then toes. Heels, toes. So I'll tell you right now, I would be having my hand right here on your back. Toes, lift your heels, heels, lift your toes. Heels, lift, toes lift. Heels lift, stay down, stay down, stay down. Keep your butt lower than your head. Check it. Butt lower than your head. Breath, breath, just one more. Okay, come up. Ah! You should have got that, okay? If you didn't, I need to hear from you. Because after doing those tasks, that should have really pushed you. You will not feel that burn, that muscle working. One of the biggest reasons is in the drops. I call this being in the drops. See, I'm wide. We went right from the throwdown. We went into this position. The reason you wouldn't feel it in your quads is if you were doing this. See, if your butt was up higher and you were doing the toe heel thing, you won't feel a dang thing here, okay? You gotta get your butt down. Now we're gonna do that one more time because I know you wanna practice. Okay, take this little interset, little recovery interset. See this? Bring it around, see that? 5 pounds. If you don't have a 5-pound ball, I bet you have some bags of something that might be 5 pounds that you can hang on to, or do it with your weight. That's fine. Get your 6-pound weight. Transfer, come back around, come right here. See that? Okay, soften your knees. All right, I'll turn sideways. Soften your knees, keep your chin tucked. You're on your all 4s of your feet right now. I'm gonna bring it around. And right here at the transfer, too many people do that quickly because they're bending way forward. No. I'm gonna call this Kay's trick right here. Maybe I won't say that. Kay's move. I know. Okay, breath, see right here? Because it's very difficult for some people with scoliosis, with forward head syndrome, rounded shoulders, to do this one correctly. So break it down. Okay, so I've gone around one way several times. I'm on all four corners of my feet. My knees are very bent. I want to stay lined up, so keep my chin tucked, shoulders down. Now I'm going to go the opposite direction. So here I go. So it's right here that you got to be careful because you tend to want to round up the shoulders. Say, stay grounded in your feet, all four corners of your feet. Take a big breath in, out. Just keep your chin tucked. Now I'm going to do this like, I don't know, 4 to 6 times as you're coming around here. Okay, see that? Tight tummy. Yeah, there's always that. Okay, but see this right here? See this? When you're grabbing it, just drop your shoulders. Yeah, like right now. Okay, you ready? Drop your shoulders. Okay, do a little lift. Right back. Okay, take a breath. Knees soft. Okay, I'm right here. Okay, roll the shoulders down and back, and then lift. And hold right there. And just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't round those shoulders. Keep your chin tucked. 7, 8, 9. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and release. Woo! Yeah, you like that, right? So with a ball, see, you can just do a little toss over your head. Nancy, don't worry, you don't need to toss it, okay? I'm afraid you might lose your gum. See here? Boom. See, my elbows are down. Believe it or not, this move done properly, oh my goodness, core. When you shove a 5-pound weight up and over, and you have to manage it, you better be really tight here. My knees are soft, little hip hinged, boom. You don't have to go fast, just have fun with it, okay? So this is fun, isn't it? See that? And if you don't have a ball, get any kind of thing you can toss around. I go back to my bags of beans, create bags of beans that you can do some of this tossing with. One of the other reasons I like to work with a ball is it's so good for your hands, okay? To get them really working, pushing, working, pushing, working. So any kind of a ball that you have around, but if it's a weighted ball, you're gonna be playing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with those core muscles. Breath, just a couple more. Here we go, here we go. See how my elbows are forward? See, they're not flared. No, because I don't want to hurt my shoulders, I want to help them. Breath, 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 and breath. Woo! Okay. Now, I do have a band, and again, I was remiss. Some of you were at my house, and I have whole packs of these. What's so unusual? For anybody joining in, and you haven't come to my class regularly, and this is a YouTube thing, this is called extra long, but it's a loopy thing, but the regular ones are about that short, that. See, this is this. It's really good for your legs, really good, okay? So, I'm gonna sit right down here on my chair. You're gonna sit on your chair, I'm on a bench, okay? I'm pretty sure you can see me, I hope so. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna put this around these are excellent if you have large space to work out, or even if you have a small space. So I'm in a small space and I wanna really work my legs and my butt. Why? Because yesterday I spent probably 10 hours on my butt, you know, with little breaks here and there. Okay, so I have it on one, and then I can put my foot here. On a little bench or a chair, I just slip my other toe under there, so you don't have to bend over excessively to do that. Just put it another chair. Slip your foot in there. Very difficult to do what I just did if you have a medium, normal, round kind of a stretchy band. This one is so much easier to manage. Okie dokie. So see what I'm gonna do first? I'm gonna kind of feel how that band is reacting. See that? So number one, sit on your chair, lean in just a little, step out and in, step out and in. And you may think, oh, that's super easy. Well, try doing this with double hips replaced or knees or whatever, okay? You have to be very calculating when you go into a step out, especially if you have resistance, which is what we have created with the band, okay? So see, I'm sitting here and I'm got it just as far apart as it can be without slubbing. So if I have them in here, see it's slubbing. So I don't want it to slub. I don't want it to be super hard. If I wanted it really super hard, I'd be stepping way out here. So I just want it a little wider than shoulder, okay? So that's number one. Number two, hip hinge. Yes, you can come forward, you can go back, whichever you want. However, when you go to lift and open your leg against a resistance and you have hips replaced, you better be very mindful. You're gonna come up first, then you open a little, then you put it down. Let me tell you, if you go scooting this band with your leg on the side and you just willy-nilly do it like that, wow, are you gonna feel that in not a good way. These are excellent, but you gotta do it right. Okay, you ready? So I'm leaning in just a little. I'm gonna come up and open. Then I come up and open. Then I bring it in, come up and open. So I'm like treading water. See, I come in and I open out. I come in and I open out. So I'm leaning back now a little bit. Okay, so tight tummy, shoulders down. Then I bring the leg in with my foot not on the ground. I come up and down. Okay, so now I'm really wide. Now I go tighten, tighten, open, open. Bring it in and be careful, it's gonna rubber band you, meaning the minute you bring your leg up, that kind of stretch will catapult your leg. So stay in control. So I can tell you, it's a very different move with a hip replaced because you got a big old steel rod jammed right down your femur, okay? So you have to be mindful of that. You want to work the muscles, but you do not want to mess up that kind of mechanisms that you have in that leg, okay? See how I'm coming in and out, see that? This is a big difference than doing this and this. Okay, stay upright, rib cage up, tighten, open, bring her in, up and down. Open, bring it up, don't go fast, open and down. It can be much harder with a hip replaced, okay? Doesn't really affect my knee, it's really good for the outsides and insides of your legs, okay? Drop your shoulders, open, and again, why did I choose this today? Well, I wanted to do a lot on legs, backs and butts, okay? Because boy, do they suffer when you are traveling. Yeah, too much sitting, those muscles kind of just start leaving you real quickly. See how I'm doing this? I'm coming in, then I'm opening, tightening, bringing it up first, then bring it in, and then really get it out there. See that? Just a couple more. Stay with me, stay with me. Drop your shoulder, breathe in through the nose. Here we go, lift. When I lift, I have to lean back through my hip, bring it in, bring it up and down, okay? Here I go. Bring it in, other leg, up, open and down. All right, couple more. Okay, last one. Here we go. In. Okay, bring them in. Don't take them off yet. Maybe you have to adjust them. And you see how I bent over? You see, anybody notice that? Anybody notice the way I bent over? See, I had to correct this, just like putting on my socks, right? So what did I do? Did I round my back? No, I did not. I bent over to adjust my little thing. This is very extended. Shine your taillights. Yeah, then that bending over doesn't hurt you. It strengthens you. Okay. I'm at shoulder width. Okay. I'm gonna stand up. So I go into here, right here. See this? See this? This is pretty taut. Then I come up. Okay, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna act like a runner. Oh my gosh. Did we do this before in this class? Yes, we did. This is why. I have a band around my ankles. Are you ready? I'm gonna act like I'm gonna be a runner. It's gonna be very difficult to run with a band around my ankles. So we do it all the time when I was teaching PE. And we called it penguin tag. Like a penguin, you're a penguin, and you're running around, you have to keep your band around your ankles, and it's a challenge. And when the kids, see how I just stepped forward, that's all I did? So you see that? I just stepped forward. And then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bend that knee, just like we did at the beginning of class, I'm gonna go back. Okay, if I was somebody that had hamstring issues, hip issues, I definitely would be holding on to something that's not gonna move. A wall, a chair, something, because when I step like that, look what I'm gonna do with that back leg. I'm gonna bend it and then I'm gonna push it straight back. This is a little secret weapon to helping you strengthen your hamstring, okay? This little weapon right here, see that? Because when you're sitting a lot, this hamstring and this butt muscle, it just kind of like melts away. And I don't mean the fat on it, I mean the muscle. Okay, quit laughing. Okay, bend. See this? See this? See this stance? Yeah, my hand is right here. I don't want you to have to get off of your balance here. It could be crucial. Because you can't just step out of this. You got a band around your ankles, for goodness sakes. Take a breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. See how I'm just pointing my knee down, and then I'm going back against a resistance. Yes, yes. If you have feet issues, hamstring issues, I would even say back issues, but especially all through your legs, your calves. This is a little secret weapon. If you got to where you did this and you could do this, do 10 on one side, we're gonna switch. I know we're right at 10, at least. Okay, so I'm gonna take, come to neutral stance. See that? Step forward, step back as far as I can. Okay, it's pretty wide. And then what am I gonna do? Number one, ribcage up. Number two, have hold of something. Number three, bend that back knee as far as you can and then press the heel back down, okay? Don't excessively arch here. Keep your tummy tight. Drop in through the nose and back, okay? Here we go. Bend the knee, press back, and you'll get a roll. If you get a roll, just step in like I just did and make it go back down. If you're doing this with a sock or a pant leg, it's much better. It won't roll so quick. But do what you need to. But you want to keep this little thing going here. See this? It's not a big, huge move, but it's steady pressure, weight load, if you will, on the hamstring. It's got a pull. It's supported with your calf. It's supported with your gluteal. You're staying upright, rib cage up. You're bending that knee. We've already practiced it. We've gone into that whole mechanism of the runners or the walker stretch ad nauseum this morning to try to help you to keep giving yourself permission to do the modifications that I'm trying to show you, because you do not want to hurt yourself while exercising. Now, that said, by virtue of weight training, you do have to have microscopic little tears in your muscle fibers. I'm not talking about tearing your muscle off your bone. That's way too much. But you should feel a little stiffness the next day, okay? If you really worked through strength work. See how I'm doing? Yeah, I think I'm going over 10. Kathy's yelling. I can hear her. Breath, make sure your knee is pointing down when you do this. Okay? Stay rib cage up. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 more. I don't know. Sounded good. 3. Okay. 1 more. Here we go. Woo! You should be feeling that. Okay? Then let's say, okay, that was, I'm calling that 1 set each. It might have been 10 moves, it might have been 15, 20. What you're trying to do is do that little stinking move at least twice a week, even 3 times if you did nothing else. See how I'm moving around carefully? See? So when I have that around my ankles, I have to move around carefully. Okay, now I'm just gonna back out of it. I just pull my heel out, and then you just can kick it off. See that? Okay. I'm telling you, if you want to gain strength without hurting your joints, your muscles, if you're coming out from over a recovery from whatever, that is a really good round program. Okay. All right. That said, what do I have in front of me? I have 2 15-pound weights. So many of you have weights that you're working with at home. I'm doing this as if I'm on vacation, which I am. But a lot of times you don't have weights around. Well, sometimes you can find a rock, or you can find something that a frying pan. Those are pretty heavy, okay? Or if you're at home, then what you want to do, I have only 15 pounds here. So whatever's heavy for you, okay, let's just say that. Whatever is a heavy configuration for you. Let me check where we're at. Okay, we got enough time to do this, okay? Are you ready? Because I'm condensing a lot of stuff. I did a lot of corrections with a move that's very beneficial, but it can be problematic, the runner stretch, or the walker runner stretch. And we went through some great moves with a band, okay? I'm gonna end up with something for our arms. And all of this has been shoulders, okay? So 2 heavy weights. For me, I have 2 15s right here. So whatever your weights are, whatever's heavy, you're gonna be getting them. So I'm gonna go pick these up straight from the ground. Some of you should have your weights on a bench, because picking up that heavy of a weight from the ground could be problematic. I hope you're hearing me. You can put your weights on a chair, okay? So you just have to come here and pick them up. That's perfectly fine. Some of you have wonkety hips, and going down here and picking up a heavy, heavy weight is problematic. You know what you need to do. You want it to be pretty challenging. So I'm gonna go down. See, I'm going down. I'm pushing into my butt, and I'm just pulling these suckers up. See that? I'll turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. So I have shoulder width stance, okay? I'm gonna push my butt back. I'm gonna come down, bend my knees, push my butt back, keep my rib cage up. I'm gonna go tap, and I'm gonna pull. Bring it right here beside me. Then I'm gonna come right here. Big breath. Push your butt back, tap. Come right back up. Here's my tip. This is the trainer's tip. That if I were with you, I would be standing beside you, and when you get to here, I would start pressing on your butt. Tap. See, I want to get my butt down. And then come up through my heels. I hope you're hearing me. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do this 4 more times. Push into the heels. Come down, bend. Get your butt down. Butt down. Tap. Push through the heels and up. Shoulders are down. Breathe. Get your butt down. Push through the heels up. Breath. Here we go. Heels, 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 heels. Get your butt down, butt down, butt down. Heels. Breath. Okay, 2 more, 2 more. Heels. Come back up. Squeeze your butt. Here we go. Down, 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 down. And get your butt down and come up. Okay. Now just come like this. See? Breath. 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 All I want you to do is bring your heel up. I just want you to rotate your ankles. Bring your heel up a little. Breath. Shoulders. Bring your shoulders up. Breath. Ah. Breath. Ah. Breath. Ah. Breath. Step and just go pull. Pull. Pull with those elbows back. Not hard. Just pull back. Breath. Breath. Go. Go. Breath. 2 more. Bring them down. Yay. All right. So I'm going to say, when I post this, I have to figure out how to post this dumb thing off of my iPad. I usually do it on my computer at home. Anyway, I'll try to figure it out. My IT person is coming. Anyway, I'm going to post this when I'm going to say counteracting travel issues with your muscles and your bones and your joints. So counteracting the wiles of travel. That's how I'm going to post this. Okay, I shook out. I'm going to give myself a big hug. I will give you a hug if you were there. Drop your shoulders and just stand here like this and just go side to side, just like that. Keep your chin tucked. Ah, breath, 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 breath. Keep your shoulders down. Keep your shoulders down, breath. Oh, hold it there for a second. We've done a lot of work, even though it's a little different today. Yeah, I know, it's supposed to be different. Get your brain moving. Okay, so here I am at my my brother's studio, and I'm putting this on recording. He is the Oklahoma State champion road racer for his age division. I want you to look at all of those numbers up there. See that? Those are all the races he's done in his career. It's a lot of racing.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Okay, let me take it off for recording.